Hello, Will here, and we are going through Skyrim again with another mod walkthrough, and this time we are in the Knights and the Claw Restitution. Now, this is the second of my dungeon mods that I'm going back to and doing a few bug fixes and glitches that were present in the other ones. Like glitches and bugs, I mean, are more like problems with lights, like lighting bugs, or texture issues, or something that may have been pointed out to me in the past that someone had a problem with, and you know, stuff like that. You know, fixing all these little tiny things. And the other thing that I'm also doing with these re-releases, because these aren't like updates, these are re-releases, so this is something completely, this is a brand new separate mod to the original. But also that I'm doing with this one is I'm also doing, basically I'm adding in new content. It may be simple content like there's a few new spells, or you know, a few new spells, a few new weapons, a new set of armor and stuff like this. But what I am intending to do, because I'm planning to do this with a bunch of my dungeons, is also adding in new areas to explore. And so we're on the second one, which is the Knights and the Claw Restitution. Now, if you watch the trailer, which I might actually put at the beginning of this, if I've still got the video on my computer, I'll put it at the beginning. So if you watched it at the beginning, that means I found it, and if you didn't, then I will leave a link in the description to the trailer, just in case if you want to look about the trailer first before watching this. And in there I'll explain what new content there is. So we are going to basically now go and dive in, but first of all we're going to show you where it is. So it's pretty simple to find. All you gotta do is look for Riverwood, and you'll see on the, you can see where I am now. You can see there's me there, and near, literally just outside Riverwood, you'll see this marker. And obviously, as you can see, yeah, it's not a discovered marker, it's one you have to discover, but you're looking for the thing called Chantry Grove. And even though it's a bit hard to see because it is night time, unfortunately, all you gotta do is go up here, go up into the wilderness a little tiny bit, find this, and then here we are. Let's go in and have a little mooch, shall we? Here we are in the first room. There we go. Now this place is not follower friendly, so they will not follow you inside. And I'm not going to change that because I don't want to. I want you, I want you to explore this place on your own. You know, don't have followers while you're inside. Makes it more fun, makes it more of a chance for you, because then you've got to deal with everybody inside. There we are with the first room. Yes, it's very blue. I'll grant you, very blue. It's quite a long way down, so I will see you all at the bottom. Alright, here we are, finally made it to the bottom. As you can see here, it's quite a long ways down. So, and you can see, statue of develop. Hello, statue of develop. So we are in the Chantry Grove. You know, very, again, still blue. Plants everywhere, trees everywhere, moss everywhere. Now, there are a few chests that you can find around the area. I'm not going to go looking in like every nook and cranny. But you can see there are but there are a few chests in here you can find. And there is also supposed to be somewhere. Now let's see. I may need to mess around with the load order. Potentially. Okay. Oh, no, there he is. Here we are. We have a ghost bear. Dun dun dun. Ghost bear. Did I forget to bring a shield? Yeah. Oh no. I have an invisible shield apparently. Where we are with the ghost bear. Oh, so we're going to take out the bear. Alright. Oh, gee. Oh. Okay, well that gives you an idea of how difficult this thing is going to be. Okay, I may have to turn down the difficulty here. I wish just to say, well, don't judge the difficulty of this mod on my playthrough, because I am using, I'm using quite a powerful sword, and my, my armor rating's up pretty high. I am playing it on legendary at the moment, so I'm gonna turn that down a little bit because I actually want to make it out, be able to make it through this alive. So I will be back once I get back to Otso the bear. Right, Fight the Bear Part 2. I'm gonna find him now. Where are you? There you are. Have some of that, you bastard. Right, hopefully I should be able to do the bear a bit easier this time. Oh, wait, where are you running to? Come here. I'll definitely kill you, Otso. I'm actually going to use Sow the Wind this time. Right, I think that's him down and dead. Right, he should be searchable. There you go. So yeah, unfortunately you don't get a lot for killing Otso, but he is a ghost bear, so he's not really actually going to have a lot on him. Right, so the new area is over here. The Trial of the Fall. That is the new area. But since I have not done a walkthrough on this dungeon on my channel yet so far, we are going to go to that later. First of all, we are going to go to where we fought Otso. You got two like crevassey looking areas. One is literally just a crevasse, and the other one is a bit slightly smaller one. We want to go here into the Hall of the Four Courts. Alright, here we are in the Hall of the Four Courts. So the layout for this one is wrong button. No, the layout for this one is over to your right there are two separate courts for you to look into, and on the left there are two other courts for you to look into, and in front of you is another place to look into. But we will go and find out what that is later on. And now we're going to do some sneaking around, so I'll be back after I've done a little bit of sneaking around and sneak kills. Right, so that's the first lot of people down. So over here we got two core entrances. So the one on the left we're going to come back to later. But for now we are going to go to the one on the right, which is the Court of Knights, I believe. Here we are, Court of Knights. There's nobody here. Missed. Rail down. Anyone else? Yes, over here. Oh, were you lot sleeping? Were you lot asleep? Right. So, there are quite a few bandits to take down. That has to be said. But then you don't want this place to be empty. You want there to be things in it. Go here. Right, who else wants to die? You want to die? Yeah. Right, anyone else? Not at the moment. Alright. So yeah, the first lot of changes I've made to this room is I fixed a little bit of the lighting, and I've just added like a few extra things up here and a few things on tables down there, you know, just to give it a bit more depth. Because originally the tables were empty and up here was empty. There was no these tables or benches. You know, it just gives it a bit more depth. But up here, also up here, is the first new lot of added content. So here we have a book called To Love a Monster. Now I'm not going to spend ages reading these. I'm going to let you lot read these in your own time. But this is a story that gives you a bit of lore and a backstory to one of the monsters you fight in the cave, called Eidolon. And you know, just gives it a little bit of lore and a little bit of backstory, because I never did that originally. I mentioned it, but I never did add a lore book for it. And so I thought I would add a new lore book into it to just give a little bit of lore. Now, a little bit of trivia for that. This book is, yeah, the story was written by me. I wrote the story. La la la. But the concept for the story was actually created by my partner, my girlfriend. She was the one who came with the concept of the story, and I just fleshed it out a little bit. So we're going to say now one. Another lore book you can find is Wings of Death. So this is the lore book to the creature known as Lamassu. Again, I'm going to let you read this one in your own time. I'm not going to read it now, but this one isn't as long. It isn't as long as To Love a Monster, but you know, it still gives you a little bit of lore and a little bit of backstory behind Lamassu. And then you want to come to the last table. And on the last table, you will find the first of 2 new spells. I'm going to drop those because I don't need those, because I already know those. But we got Elemental Shield. Now, I'm not going to read that because I can't read that because it's so bloody tiny. You need the eyes of a hawk to read that. But basically, what the Elemental Shield does, it gives you the Fire Cloak, Frost Cloak, Shock Cloak, and I think it's Stendar's Aura. I think it's the sunlight equivalent of the cloak, and it gives you all of those and they last 3 minutes, and they all do an extent amount of damage. Unfortunately, I can't remember what, because I can't bloody read the damn pissing thing, but we're going to have a look at it, because it doesn't cost me anything to use it, which is nice. Now, in testing that, I actually quite looked how this looks. Hopefully, it runs on the same as on PS4 as it does with PC. It does take a few seconds to charge up. You do have to wait for it to charge up a little bit. And there we go. But also, something else I realised as well at the same time is, I think it actually you actually learn oak flesh in the same process, which is kind of strange. But there you go. You get a spell for free. There you go. And here is the Elemental Shield. And now you just, you know, it helps. You know, it whittles down the enemy's energy a little bit. And now you've got some more bandits to take out. Come here. You die now. You die now. Look at that. Lots of bandits everywhere. Lucky enough these guys don't take a major load of hits to kill. Let's have a look. Where are they? I know there's people around here somewhere. Oh, they're in there. Yep. Ooh, that was pretty stabby. Alright, this one. There they are. Where did you go? Where did you go? Come here. Die now. Right. So in the secondary part of the... Actually, let's just get rid of that, because it's a bit hard to see. There you go. Right, so in the Court of Knights, in the secondary part, you know, there's still somebody here. I just heard them. There's still somebody here somewhere, but I don't know where they are. Alright. But yeah, at the back of the court, You got what looks like their armory. You got usable workbenches, grindstones, forges. There's just like little bits of some glass stuff lying around there, ebony stuff lying around there. What looks like a boxing ring, which does get explained in the law books. And over here you got a whole bunch of smithing materials. And you go here, you got some Daedric stuff and some more Daedric stuff and glass stuff and ebony stuff like that. Crossbow. But what you want to look for is this Eidolon's Touch. We're going to have a look at that. Eidolon's Touch. Also on my file it does 173 damage. Pretty powerful. Targets take 30 points of frost damage and chance to paralyze the target for 2 seconds. So this is obviously based off Chillrend, but I think I just made it a little bit stronger than Chillrend. I think the enchantment strength is still the same, but I think the damage it does is a little bit stronger than what Chillrend is. But there is a weapon. It's not a new one for Restitution, but it is a weapon. I can show you. I'm going to show you now the new weapon. So, the new weapon, where you want to go is you want to go to Dragon. It will be in the Dragon category. And this is the new weapon. Devastation. Now, I don't think my two-handed on this is immensely sort of like perked up. I haven't done a lot in it, but I've done it a little bit. But it's 262 points of normal damage, and then again, I can't read that because you need the eyes of a hawk to read it. But targets take 300 points of shock damage. And then I think there's an extra bit of damage in there. You absorb 150 points of health. It burns the target for 300 points. And I think also there is damage. It also does frost damage. So it does shock, fire, and frost to 100 to 300 points. There's an extra 150 points of elemental damage, and it drains health for 150 points. So that's a lot of damage, and then it's 262 points of damage as well. But as you can see, at the moment I can't make it. But that is the new weapon added into Restitution. But we will need to make that later on, because we can't make it right now. And oh, there he is. There's a guy over there. Doesn't you know here? What a doofus. And one last thing you will want to find whilst you're in here is this spell. So you want to find the spell Nova. We're going to learn that. Now, can I use this, or do I not have, or am I not able to use it right now? I can use it. So we're going to use. So we're going to try out Nova, and we're going to try it out on this poor sucker over here. Again, it takes a few seconds to charge. There you go, nice and charged, and then you just fire. It does a lot, it does quite a bit of damage. It does an extent amount of damage. It does quite a bit of damage within. For a basic fireball fight, it does a lot of damage. Or it does an alright amount of damage, I would say. We've got another book here. It's another lore book. It explains about what these statues are and who they are supposed to represent. I mean, all these lore books, apart from maybe the new one, I'm going to let you read in your own time. Alright, so that's it for that court, for the Court of Knights. So the main things you want to get in there is the 2 spell tomes, Nova. Or was it Nova Blast? Maybe it was Nova Blast, I can't remember. No, look, we're just going to fire that over there. No, it was Nova. But basically, you want to get the 2 spell tomes that are in there. Nova and Elemental Shield, and also pick up Eidolon's Touch, and then after that it's just loot the place basically. And obviously you find the lore books that were in there. And actually, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I might have missed one. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Nope, ignore me. I'm an idiot. It's not in here. Right. Ignore me. It wasn't in there. But right. We are going to go off and we are going to go to the other side. So I will see you over on the other side. You will have to excuse me, I just blew him up. But right, here we are over on the next side. So the next one we are going to go into is the Court of Elements. Ooh, sounds very magical, doesn't it? Funny enough, this is actually the magical part.
Looky here, looks like we got ourselves a hero.
Yes, we do. I am a hero. What about it? Pa pa pa. Alright, again, more bandits to fight. Bada bing, bada boo. I'm now stuck behind the table. Kill this guy. Put him down. Another one over there. Hello. So we're just going to clear the place out of bandits. Anyone else want some? Do you want some? Alright, you want some as well. Alright, come on. Anyone else? Oh, you over there. I see you over there. Come here. And another one over there. Come here. Hey, you didn't die. Dead. Okay. La 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 la. Fatality. Ow! Who shot me? You lot over there. Ow, bitch. Right, that is everybody in here dead. So right, so let's go back to the beginning of the room. So now I can talk about this room and show you what things you can find and give you the general backstory of the room. So yeah, changes I made to this room for Restitution is I just reworked the lighting a little bit because there were some slight lighting issues in the ways of some lights would cancel out other lights. So just reworked the lighting a little bit, decorated the tables a little bit, you know, nothing extensive. But in here we have a lore book, History of the Tetra. So we got one lore book here, it's a longish one, but again, if you're interested, you can read that in your own time and at your own pleasure. But yeah, so yeah, this was like the magical court sort of thing, you know, where they would study magic, create magic, this, that, and the other, you know, and that kind of thing. But one thing you do want to find, now normally it's on here, it's normally on the table, but I think it got knocked off at a point, is this spell tome called Sonic Plasma. Then we're going to learn that, we're going to have a look. Am I able to use it? Yes, I can. Now, once you Sonic Plasma, you can't move when you're using it, but I'm going to see if it works on a corpse, just to show you as to why it's not such a problem that you can't move when using it. So there you go. Do you see the body go? There they go. Woohoo! So basically what this does, it has, there you go. You're gonna see stuff flying everywhere. So what Sonic Plasma does, it has a very, so it's it. Target takes 100 points of shock damage per second to health and half to magic. So it's already quite a strong spell in the way of the amount of damage it does. It's pretty powerful. But also it also has the force push ability. As you can see, boom, everything goes flying. Everything goes flying. People go flying. You know, it pushes people away. So it does have its good side. The only downside to the spell is that you're not mobile when using it. Because, you know, so I wanted it to be strong, but not overpowered. And the best way to not make it overpowered is to make you not be able to move while using it. And I think that's pretty fair, to be honest. And you come to the last room where it's like, nah, there was a bar. There was a bit of a bar going on here. Oh, excuse me. I need to be charged for a second. Thank you. Right. Done with being charged. But yeah, you know, it looks like they have their own little bar area. And there's another little seating area, sleeping area. There are a few of these like sleeping areas. But then this was supposed to be a pretty big sort of like bandit operation. And something suspicious here. What that do, but alright, that gets explained in a law book. But that's primarily in it for here. There's not as much in here for you to find as the other places. I mean, obviously you can still look around for like loot and stuff. You know, you can still loot all these guys. You know, they got pretty good armors, and they might have other little bits of loot. You know, some of them got glass, some of them got Elven. This guy's got Daedric. You know, so they got pretty good armor. So it's another good place for loot at least. So we're gonna leave that room. We're gonna leave this room. So yeah, the two main things to grab in here is Sonic Plasma, the new spell, and the law book that's on the first table when you enter the court. So we've got one more court to go and look at. It's looking up here. It's only just over here. I'm just gonna run there now. I'm gonna keep running there. Keep on running. And I'm sure you've got a person there. There's a person there. Hi. No. Alright. Then we have the Court of Dragoons. Now, when you see the room, I will say that it's not a typing error. As you can see, there are dragons. So they're all obviously all in kind of odd situations. Excuse me. Now, as you can see, yeah. Now that it isn't a typo. It's not meant to say dragons. I did actually want it to say dragoons, because in this there is a law that there are people called dragoon knights. Now, each of these dragons have these little notes. They're nothing special, you know. It's just like this one, for example. Drazfu Yun was captured during the Dragon War after an attack on the city of Whiterun. Sentence: frozen until Oriel passes judgment. So, you know, they don't give a major load of backstory, but it just gives you a little bit of backstory on the dragons themselves. But as to what's going on with them, again, does get explained in a law book. But see, there are some, you know, as you can see, there are obviously some people to fight. I'm going to try and grab this one. Where's this? There you are. Bam. Oh, you're not. Hold on, give me a second. So this one's a bit more unique. So, Glaciaris. I literally have no idea how you would pronounce that. Is it Glaciaris? 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 I don't know. Was discovered frozen in the ice lake of the Chantry of Oriel during the First Era. Note: old farmer text indicate that may be a potential ally. Sentence: foring to be suspended until further notice. So this guy was found where you go, was basically found in the Forgotten Vale. And he was brought back here. Magically. Brought back here. But obviously they don't know they don't fully trust him just yet, so they basically haven't fooled him out yet. Now we'll have a look at him in a minute, because he is kind of uniquely. He looked a bit more unique compared to some of the other dragon models. Now, first of all, I gotta deal with these fuckers. Anyone else? You. Anyone else? You. Right, and we're done. So as you can see, he's encased nice. Now you can't pour him out or anything like that, or that. It is there for decorational purposes only, but you get a nice little note about him. And then you get these two over here, which look a little bit different as well. And then you got two more in here. We're gonna look at that dude in a second. This guy is just encased in stone, like a weird icy stone. But this guy is a bit more interesting. Apart from that, he looks extremely bloody weird. But his backstory is a little bit more interesting, because you have Gigasun and Ghostwalker. Now at the moment, this is supposed to be Ghostwalker. This guy is Gigasun, and this guy is Ghostwalker. So we're going to have a look at this note. Gigasun was sent to us by the Ada after a failed attack on the Lady Bella. Sentenced to rot within his stone coffin and slowed in time to suffer over a millennia. So the guy who is in stone is still currently alive. He's encased in stone, and his time process has been slowed down. Rather than frozen, he's been slowed down to suffer immensely. Ghostwalker was captured on the edges of Skuldothan, but its identity to us is unknown. Note: Ghostwalker must not be approached beyond the time barrier, as we know nothing of this dragon. Sentence: to be left in its time barrier and never questioned. So basically, they just don't trust this thing. They don't know its name. They don't know where it came from. They don't know what it's capable of doing. All I know is that they just refer to it as Ghostwalker, and that's it. But we're going to go to this ginormous library with more food and tables and benches and wine and bread and cheese. But what you want to look for is War of the Worms. This is another lore book. Now I'm not going to read this one because this one is stupidly long. Yeah, this is a very long book, as you can see. So again, that one you can read at your own time, at your own pace. So this one, there isn't anything kind of like unique in here apart from a lore book. So if you're interested in lore and the stories and lore that are included within this mod and behind this mod and other dungeon mods and that I've made, because you will come to realise that a lot of my dungeon mods are actually tied together in some form of manner. There is a overarching story that links them all together in some way or another. But after this is more just a place where you'll go just to get like loot and stuff like that. This is what you'll mainly come here for, is loot. But that's it for the courts, apart from the Court of Souls, which is the final court. But again, we're gonna leave that one till the end. So next we are going to head to the temple. So I will see you all at the temple entrance. Alright, there we are. Right, I shoot down. Come here. I knew. Come here. I have something I want to say to you. Die. Thank you. Alright, there we are. Temple. No special conditions to get in. Temple of the Tetra. Alright, let's go in. Let's have a look at the temple. See temple. Now here we are. The temple. Oh. Right. Now, I am going to give you one big recommendation here. Because in here you have the chieftain, so the boss of the big bad boss of the bandits. You have chieftain. Now I will recommend that when you come to fight him, is you if you're playing with mods, like a lot of different mods and different kind of other spell mods and stuff like that, is use one heavily that also has the unrelenting force effect to it. Mainly the final stage where people go flying. Because this chieftain can be a complete bastard. Look, get that guy down, get down that guy. Because this guy can be a bit of a bastard because of his sword. You are not hitting me with that sword. Okay, slight bug there. That's not anything to do with the mod. That's something that does, that's something that can happen every now and then. Every now and then, one of the characters bug out for some reason. But it happens in the base game, so it's not a bug in the mod. It's just a bug in Skyrim in general. But yeah, when you come to fight the chieftain, I would say use something that uses unrelenting force on him, because of this bloody thing. The Glacier Wolf Katana. 131 damage, so it's pretty powerful. But here's the reason why you want to use unrelenting force on him quite a bit. Chance of paralyzing the target for 5 seconds. Now that does affect you. When he hits you with it, it affects you. So if he keeps hitting you, wailing on you with it, you're fucked, basically. And you will get slaughtered. So your best bet is to basically use unrelenting force, keep forcing him down, keep pushing him down, and just wail on him when he's on the ground. Or paralyze him yourself, because you can't. Because I'm pretty sure he's not immune to paralysis. Alright. But also, this katana does. Target takes 100 points of frost damage to health and stamina. Absorbs 30 points of health from the target. So it's a pretty good katana. Or katana, however you want to say it. Skin of the Grey Wolf. Armor rating 168, so not shabby. Actually, it might be a little bit less than what I got at the moment because of the enchantments on Umbran's armor. Braces of the Night. Bows do 70% more damage. Two-handed attacks do 70% more damage. One-handed do 70% more damage. Unarmed strikes do 100 additional damage. So if you're a guy who just likes to go punching everybody in the face, these aren't that bad. And then we got Ring of the Grey Wolf. Increases your health by 125 points. Health regenerates 100% faster. Increases stamina by 150 points. Stamina regenerates 100% faster. Can swim underwater without drowning. Actually, that might actually be quite useful at the moment, actually. And another thing you want to remember to pick up from this guy is this. The Smuggling Tunnel Key. Which that will come into fruition a little bit later. We're going to take pretty much the rest of this shit. Right, so I can't remember which one it is. There's one of these. I believe it is this thing. Is it these? There you go. Also, when you have the braces on, you get the smaller bats, which do like a little bit of additional damage to enemies. It's not overly powerful, but it does a little bit of additional damage to enemies. There you go. So we're going to have some bats. We're going to have some batty friends, I think. And over here, you got obviously where he slept, and you got all these little odds and ends. But over here on these tables, I mean, you got his chest. You got some boss stuff in there. A little bit of loot in there. Some wine, and then you got safe with a bit more loot in it. Take a couple of these. I'm not gonna take it all. And then on the table here, we have the import and export ledger. This just basically talks more about the operation that this basically gang of smugglers was doing. It was the smuggling ring. First off, they were just smuggling. I'll give you a synopsis. But basically, first of all, they were smuggling sort of like, you know, forged items. So it's like, here you got 10 Emperor Silver Sword forged replicas, 8 Champion of Silver Door armors forged replicas. You know, they were forging items and then selling them off as the real thing. But then they started to go into human trafficking, primarily men and women, to sell as like slave labor, primarily to the orcs in Orsinium to work in the mines, and they were selling off women to the highest bidder, for whatever purposes that highest bidder bought them for. Now that could be anything. That's open to interpretation. And then they carried on, and then they decided to then go a little bit further, and then go a little bit further, and go into start stealing children, and then selling children into child labor. Yeah, so these weren't very good people. They were not nice people. Effectively, mainly the chieftain. The chieftain was a complete dirtbag. A complete dirtbag. And a terrible, terrible human being. But now he's dead. So, hey ho. And then you got personal operations. And now this just talks more about things that you come across within the Chantry. And basically what they were doing, things that they did. You know, things that they have come across, things that are going on, and stuff like that. It just gives you a bit of story behind the actual bandit situation itself. And explains about what some of the things are that you find that you don't know quite exactly what they are at first. But there is a new journal entry that I did put in here, which I'm going to read to you because it's not a very long entry. Some of the men have said about another cave entrance they have found, and after checking it out, all they found was a book on a pedestal on some kind of odd portal. I have sent a few of the gang to investigate this trial in more depth, but they have yet not returned, which to me says one of two things. Either there was more to this trial than meets the eye, or they're all dead. And it goes on a bit about a few other little bits and bobs. So we're going to go to the next route, which is through this door back here. Into, now I completely struggle to bloody pronounce this dragon's name. So Ophioguineans prison. So I will see you inside the prison. Alright, here we are in the prison. Now it's obviously it's not going to be like your normal everyday prison. If anything, it's just a big ginormous cavern. Ooh, big cavern. What we are looking for is Ophioguinean. Now, unless you've been reading the lore books, you won't exactly know what Ophioguinean actually is. But soon we shall find out what Ophioguinean is, because he's just over there. There he is. Hello, Ophioguinean. Now, I'm going to save it here because this guy is designed to be tough. He is designed to be a hard boss. So, it may take me a few attempts to do this potentially, but we shall see what we can do. Hi there, buddy. Hi, buddy. As you can see, now I'm going to give you. There's two tricks to this guy. One, if you can use Unrelenting Force on him, do so. Two is be careful on the fact that he can disarm you with a shout. And the last thing is I'm going to move away from him. Now, should. You might not be doing it here. I might actually made him a bit easier, actually. Because originally, he had the ability to regain health. Now I think for restitution, I may have taken that off. For him to have the ability. See, there you go. He's just disarmed me. I can see where my sword is, but I'm not going to go for it just right now. So we are going to go with the new katana. Now unfortunately the katana is not as strong, so we're going to make it a bit stronger. Where are we? We are going for the gauntlets. There we are. Right. Katana time. Ow. Keep going for him. Keep it in. Setting on fire. How nice of him. Still setting me on fire. How nice of him. Alright, I'll be back once he's dead. And he's down finally. Whew. Yeah, so he takes a bit of a beating. Now I think I have made him a little bit easier compared to the last one. I think on the original one he used to regain health, but I think I might have stopped him from being able to do that because it was just a little bit too much. But yeah, tips for fighting Ophian again is if you got Unrelenting Force or something that has a Unrelenting Force effect, use that on him because it does stagger him. Be careful of his disarm shout because he can disarm you. And just in case, because I am playing this on a slightly easier difficulty, so the regain may not actually be working as effectively. It's be a little bit careful because he originally, I'm pretty sure I didn't change it, but there is a chance I have changed it. But he did used to regain health, so be aware of that because he may regain it faster in harder difficulties. But that's it for opening again. So you don't get a Dragon Soul for him, but he does have a bunch of new stuff. So we got Glacial's Hide, increases armor rate by 100 points, 70% more block, increases heavy armor by 100 points. Glacial's Cloak, increases frost resistance by 100%. Glacial's Scalp, increases magic resistance 50%. Magic gets increased by 100 points. Magic regenerates 200% faster. You also get a new spell term of Dragon Breath. Unleash the inner dragon with the power of the Dragon Breath. Glacial's Striders, increases your stamina by 200 points. You're muffled. And double sneak attack damage with one-handed weapons. Glacial's Grasp, destruction spell costs 60% less. Two-handed attacks do 150% more damage, increases your health by 200 points. And then we have Elementrino, which double, day trick greatsword, 103 damage. So it's still a pretty powerful sword. And basically it has all three elements on it, and they all do 225 points of damage. So it's a pretty beefy sword, Elementrino, pretty beefy. But that's not it. That's not all that is in the prison. There is more. There are two more places to find in this prison. One is on the eastern side, and the other one is on the western side. So first of all, we're going to go to the eastern side. Now you're looking for what looks like a little bit like a cave entrance of some kind. It's not very blatant, but it is noticeable enough if you know what you're looking for. And we're going to look for Eidolon's Tomb. Alright then. And here we are, going into Eidolon's Tomb. Hop hop hop. Oh. It appears to be very, very cold in here. So we're going to put a shield on. Where are we going? Here we are. Invisible shield. They get some nice invisible shields, so you ain't got to worry about looking at seeing them. I'm just thinking about which one is actually better for me to use. This one's 71, and that one is, well, they're both 71. But maybe that one. Then we're going to use Umbra's shield. Inside. Ooh, Tetra Knight. Damn. Whoa, Tetra Knights everywhere. Hi, Tetra Knight. So, yeah, so you will come across these dudes called Fallen Tetra Knights. And, you know, they don't have a lot on them, but they are equipped with ebony items, and they are quite, normally they are quite powerful. So, we're going to get one. Ow. You know, it did an extensive amount of damage, but if you come in here with unprepared, with weak weapons, weak armor, maybe not that much health, you will get owned by these guys. You will get completely owned, and this mod will be pretty much actually impossible for you. We're going to carry on going through, get these guys down, bada bing, bada boom, death, 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 and followed by a bit more death. Alright. So now we've got to go through this very misty place. That's a bit of pain. Run through, run through, run through. Now what we're looking for is go to his chest, look inside, and you don't need to worry about the headbar. In this case it's the helmet, but I think there's normally like a random piece of loot. But what you want to grab is iced coffin. Now I can't use that now. I'm not going to be able to use that in the next fight because I don't think it directly works on certain things. So I don't think it's going to work on Eidolon herself. Oh, we'll give it a shot and see if it does. So here we are, and then over there you got Eidolon. Yeah. See, it does hurt Eidolon, but it doesn't do the effects that it's supposed to do against Eidolon. And you can see, obviously, Eidolon does summon up her own. She can summon up her own shades, and that's it. You know, Eidolon doesn't have anything on her, so there's no point in actually looting her. Now she is supposed to be. Now again, I suppose I can still say to not judge the difficulty of my playthrough on it, of the mod on my playthrough. You know, because some of you will find it harder than me. Some of you will just be able to come through here like bang, 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 done. Some people will find it a challenge. But that's it for Eidolon's tomb. Yeah, it's not a big extensive place. It's just like a little extra bonus place. No, it's nothing. It's not a big extensive area. There's a little extra area that I put in where you get a new spell. So now we're going to go to the western side. So I will see you over on the western side. Alright. So when you get to the western side, you'll find a pair in it. You got this chest here. You know, nothing amazing there. Like, you know, there's a little bit of loot. A Welkin Stone, I think that's from another mod I have, or creation. I don't know if it's a mod or a creation club. I'm gonna take it anyway. But the Welkin Stone, that's not part of this mod. It's part of something else. But if you look for the chest, and then you'll be able to see this cave entrance here. And here you got Lamasu's Crypt. So we're gonna go into Lamasu's Crypt. Ooh, where it is a spooky crypt. Now we're gonna try and use ice coffin in here. Now I don't know why I keep setting on fire. I think that might be something going on. And there you go. And there you go. There's ice coffin. It does a bit of damage. It freezes them in ice. So you can just wail on them. Death. Shout you away. Beat the crap into you. Now I think these guys are actually a little bit stronger than the ones you actually fight in the Masu's crypt, in the Masu's tomb. I mean, these guys are actually a little bit stronger. Now, one little thing you just might want to look into in here is if you go to this urn, there's 20 grand. If you go to the urn opposite, there's another 20 grand. Now if you go to this urn, there's 4. This urn, there's a little bit less. If I go to this urn, there's another 20 grand. And then I go to this urn, there's another 20 grand. So if you go to urn 1, 2, 3, and 4, you can make 80 grand. You can't argue. So we're going to carry on. There's another dude. Hey, a nice approach in place. Carry on being a Creffins here. Dead. Dead. You lot. No, I'm going to shut you two up right where you stand. Right. So we're going to carry on. Otherwise I'll be here all day. Okay, we're gonna just replace ice coughing very quickly with, replace it with Nova Blast. Okay, I can't use Nova Blast, so I don't have the ability to use it. Oh dear. Is there anything I got that I can use? After changing some of the things are now too strong for me to be able to use. Do I have anything that I can use? Not really. Okay, I'll screw that plan then. But we're not going to spend these fighting these guys, we're just going to run through. We're just going to run through and get to the end. Alright, we're getting near the end of here, and death. Alright, ooh. Okay. Now in here, you will find the next boss, or sub-boss, and there he is. Hi, Lamasu. Oh, he's pissed. Oh, oh god, oh shit. Well, I am getting... I got owned. Alright, here we are again. After being owned by Lamasu. I'm hoping he's vulnerable to being pushed. He should be. Alright, come here, you hard bastard. Ah, oh god, that barely does its damn thing. Oh, Lamasu, you're gonna be a hard bastard, aren't you? Oh, I can't see shit. I need to be able to see in the dark, but I can't fucking see him when he goes into the dark like that. I can't see him. Why can't I use... Where did Solar Wind go? Can I please have Solar Wind? Can I now equip it? Thank you, I can equip it. Ooh. I'm keeping my No, don't you dare come charge. Nope, you ain't charging at me, man, boy. No. Yeah. I'm gonna if I can't hit him properly when he's in that little hole. Did I get him stuck? Nah, I got you stuck. Ugh. Oh, I want to make this fair. There you go. Let's make this fun. Well. Where'd he run off to? There you go. Right. So yeah, Lamasu. A much harder fight than Eidolon. You got some stuff, but what you want to look for is this. Spirit Walker. Improved night vision for 180 seconds, increases your health by 250 points. You become invulnerable but unable to attack. However, you recover magicka and stamina. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this right now. Okay, where are we looking here? We are looking in, not that one. Illusion? Destruction? Where is it? I know I just learned it. I'm trying to find out where it actually is. There it is. Oh, I can use it. That's right. So what Spirit Walker does, you know, go bloop. And there you go. So you can see in the dark. I think to a degree you can see, you know, you can see life signs to an extent. I'm just going to run away from these people. See, you can't be hurt, which is good. So it's a good scapegoat basically. If a situation has become too tough or too hard for you to be able to deal with, it's a good scapegoat to get away from the situation, to then come back to the situation to try again. Alright. That is it for Lamassu's crypt. So yeah. Best tip for Lamassu is don't fight him at close quarters. Fight him from a distance. Because as you saw, I was completely owned. I got owned. Alright. But that's it for what was in the original release. Obviously we still got that last court to go to, which we're still not going to go to yet. We will get there eventually, don't worry. We're not going to go there just yet. So the next one we are going to go to is we are going to go to the trial, the newly added content, the trial of the 4. So I will see you at the trial of the 4. Alright. So we are going to go to the new content that was added, the new area that was added. I've just came out of the hall of the courts. To get to the new area, just as a reminder, all you gotta do is find the big Debella statue that's here. Find the big Debella statue, and then you can see that the cave entrance, there's a little cave entrance here. Just enter there. And you should see this to Trial of the 4. Go in there, and then there we go. Now I don't know. We're gonna just wait a second because I want to see. If I can get that music to stop. Is it gonna stop? Oh, there you go. Right. Yeah, I just wanted to get that music to stop because it's kind of louder than the music that's actually in the game at the moment. So we're going to read the first book. We're going to read this, Trial of the 4. Now we're going to read this because this does actually explain a couple of things. Many knights have attempted the Trial of the 4, but only few have managed to reach the end goal of the trial. You shall face 4 individual trials, each with their own challenges. Mind, strength, endurance, and courage. As you go through the 4 trials, you may use what you find on your fallen brothers and sisters, but be aware as you may have to face the corrupted souls of the fallen ones. We call these fallen ones stalkers, as they are resentful of the living, as they cannot come to terms with their own passing. We are able to keep the stalkers in check by the help of the wraiths. Though the wraiths act as nothing but observers of the stalkers, if you wish you may take down the wraith, for it may hold items to help you on your way, and fear not, for the wraiths will return. But those of you who are extra vigilant will also seek the 4 items that are needed to create the sword Devastation. But remember to keep a hold of them, as there are no replacements. So right, so I'm going to pause here so I can get rid of this windy background sound. This is something that needs to be explained. It does explain it in the description of the mod, but I'm also going to explain it here. Now, when it comes to devastation, you can make a devastation in at any forge. You don't have to make it. Doesn't have to specifically be a sky forge or anything like that. It can be made at any forge, and it comes under the dragon category. But to make devastation, there are 4 unique items that I specifically created in the creation kit to be able to make it. Now, these unique items are only found in the trial of the 4. That's the only place where you can find them, and there is literally only one of them at any time, and that is it. So once you've got all 4 items and make devastation, then you cannot make it again. So the items that you find to make devastation, if you ever miss one, you can't make it until you found it. Or if you sell the item or use the item in other means, because one of them is a soul gem that has a soul in it, so you can use it to recharge an item, but if you use it, then you lose that item, and if you lose that item, then it's impossible to make devastation. Another item is a diamond. If you sell it and then you can't get it back from the person you sold it to, then you've lost that diamond, and if you lose that diamond, then it is impossible for you to make devastation. So the 4 unique items that you get, which you'll be able to tell that they're unique items because they all have a unique name, it's basically don't get rid of them, because if you lose one of them, that's it. It is impossible for you to make devastation. So now with that said, we are going to go into the first trial, which I personally think is probably going to be the biggest pain in the ass of the trial, of this trial run. So we're going to go into Trial of the Mind. Now, as you can see, we're going for one door, and door, 3 doors. Nothing special there, but here's the problem. Open, Trial of the Mind. Open, Trial of the Mind. Open, Trial of the Mind. So now I'm going to see if it's exposed. Now, as you can see, I'm in a small little room, and you can just about see on the map there's an edge of a room there, an edge of a room there. So this entire place is just basically filled up with these little tiny rooms, and they pretty much all have 4 doors in them. Only I think one of them has 3, and then there's 2 slightly more unique rooms. One of them's got the exit, and one of them has got one of the first unique items that is needed to create devastation. Now, here's why this is a bastard of a trial and will probably break your mind after a bit of time. So so that's the entrance. So we're going to go to the door on the right. It looks exactly the same. Okay, so we're going to go for the door straight ahead. It's exactly the same. So we're going to go to the door on the left. It's exactly the bloody same. This is, if you played my Tyranny of Orbis mod, if you played it all the way through, you might remember something called the quantum tunnels. This is basically pretty much the same thing as the quantum tunnels. Only difference is that there are no lights indicating that the room is unique, and you're not trying to find switches. It is literally just going through a door, to go through another door, to go through another door, to get to the exit. So I'm going to be here for some time, so I will be back, because I am going to look for that fucking first unique item. So I will be back when I find that first unique item. So wish me luck. God damn it. Again. Oh my god, something that's not a door. But not what I'm looking for. Right. So I've made it to the exit. To the next trial. But I still haven't found a unique item. So I'm going to show you at least the room you need to be in and which door it is to get to the exit room. So, when you come into the room that has 3 doors and this chest, so this room here, you'll be able to tell because it is the only one with 3 doors, is you want to go through the one, so you want to go through this one. So when you're looking at on the map, you want to go to the one through the door that is on the left hand side of the chest. And you go for that one, and you get to the exit. You can tell this is the exit because there's only 2 doors. The door the door you come through to get into here, and then the door to the next trial. So you know it's the exit because there's only 2 doors. But we still have to find the unique item, so I will be back. Let alone it has taken me about 12 minutes just to get to this point. So only another half an hour to go. Right, I finally found it. It's only taken me about just under 20 minutes to get here, but I finally found it. And you're looking for this chest, and we're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab this because why not? And we're gonna grab this, but this is the unique item you're looking for: the Drakos bone greatsword. This is the one you're looking for. So we're gonna take that. Now I'm gonna show you which door you need to go through to get to this room. To get to this room, you need to go through this door here. So you're looking for an X room. So as you can see, it's, well, they're all technically X rooms, pretty much, actually. But basically you're looking for X, we're going to say X2 because the map looks lit from like this. So you got 1 2 3 4 5, well that's a plus, and that's a plus, and that's a plus. So 1 2 3 4 5. So you know you got 5 X's. You want to go to X2, and X2 you want to go to the bottom left door. Go through the bottom left door, and it takes you to this room down here. Now this room down here is where the unique item is. Now if I believe correctly, if I go through this door here, the bottom right, it does not lead me to where I want to go. So we shall look at the top right. Right. So to get there is when you get into the room with the chest, go through the top door, which then leaves you in the top right of this one, which then you go to the bottom left, and it takes you down to this one. Then you get the treasure. Then you come back out from the bottom left to the top right. The top right will lead you to here, and to go from here to what is your right at this present moment of time. So at your present moment of time, you go through the door on your right, and you go through there, and you end up at the exit. So the key room for this one is this room here, the room with only 3 doors. That is the key room. Now don't expect me to remember how I got through this door, because I cannot remember for the life of me. But as long as you can get into the room with the 3 doors, then it is easy enough for you to get to the exit and to the treasure. But of course, if you're still struggling, you know, if you're playing the game and you're struggling, then obviously this walkthrough will probably help you with this, because you'll be able to see certain aspects of what I'm doing and where I'm going. But that's it. We are done. We have the unique item. We are moving on to the Trial of Strength. Here we are, the Trial of Strength. So yeah, this room itself, yeah, it's not dramatically decorated, but then again, why would it be? So we're going to carry on, and we're going to find our way through.
No one hides from the dead.
Oh, we got dead. In here, so in here we do have the stalkers.
Mortal fool. No one hides from the dead.
No, yeah, the stalkers themselves. You know, they're nothing too dangerous. The stalkers. You'll find a couple of like Tetra, you know, dead Tetra knights. You know, get a little bit of loot from them and stuff like that. And you can see, you know, it's a little bit dark. It's a bit of a hollow hallway. You go around here. Another stalker. You come down here. Oh, the wraiths aren't friendly. They're not friendly. They ain't no friendly no more. Right. So yeah, do have to be careful of the wraiths. Because obviously even the wraiths don't want to fucking have anything for you to do anymore. No. You can take these soul gems and use them because they're fine. The soul gems of the wraiths are fine to use. So it's going to carry on. So yeah, obviously in this trial itself, in ways of its so like leniency is a lot easier than the Trial of Demise. But if you're struggling with fighting, you might have a bit of a difficult time with this one.
No one hides from the dead.
Gonna make all this through. Striking them down. Oh, got another guy over here. Nice shout at you. Oh, you're quite resistant to that, aren't you? Oh god, there's a wraith. Hello, wraith. Oh god, there's 2 wraiths. Brilliant.
From the dead.
Whew. So you can see there's a lot of fighting in here. Some more dead people. So what you want to do is you want to come to the room on this one. You want to come to the room where there are 4 pillars. That's where you want to come to. You want to come to the room with 4 pillars. And in the dark, just here, is a chest. And you know, you get there's a few bits and pieces. Madness Sword, that is actually from the Creation Club, so but I'm actually going to take that, actually. But what you're looking for in the way to the unique item is this, the Planetary Core Ingot. This is what you're looking for. But again, in here, you're looking for the room that has 4 pillars. Carry on, and we're going to get to the end now of this trial. Hello. No, here comes to you, so shut up. Bleh. And it comes to you. Oh shush.
No one hides from the dead.
Wraith. Where's the Wraith? What Wraith? Where Wraith? Oh, there Wraith. Hello Wraith. Bleh. I'm gonna take down the Wraith. That's a Wraith dead. So yeah, over time, obviously the Wraiths became a bit more hostile. They're no longer observers. But this one in here is a little bit different. As you can see, this one is an Elder Wraith. I'm just trying to get this stalker down, this game out in bloody way. Right, piss off. But yeah, this one is a little bit different. This isn't Elder Wraith. Ooh, he packs a bit of a hit. So we're going to take down the Elder Wraith. Now, the Elder Wraith you do have to kill, because you can't get through the store at the moment. But the Elder Wraith, you do have to kill him. Because on him is the key to the Trial of Endurance. Which you need that key to be able to actually get into the next trial. But also, you have this. This is a new enchanted ring added, called Phantasma. Increases magic resistance by 50%, bows do 60% more damage, one-handed attacks do 60% more damage, two-handed attacks do 60% more damage. But as long as it works, because it worked on PC, which is where I'm about to do my testing, so, and it worked on there, which oddly enough, the Wraith didn't attack me when I was playing on PC. So, I don't know. So there you go. You've become a ghost. Ooh, ghost lair. So, you can see that it will say on here, Skin of Grey Wolf, 80 blood, Phantasma, you got resist magic. But there is one thing that's actually on, that isn't on the items effect list. But it does actually give you the effect, which is you resist damage 50% as well. You know, you do become more resistant to damage. But the other good thing is, I do believe that you still can attack. You know, you can still attack. You know, you don't suddenly become visible and this and that and the other. You are actually able to still attack. So we are going to go and move on into the Trial of Endurance. So I will see you in the Trial of Endurance. Alright, here we are at the Trial of Endurance. Now, I will give you one big recommendation for the Trial of Endurance. And that is either to have a piece of armor or a necklace or something you can wear. Like what I got here, Mara's Halo. It's a thing that I can wear that allows me to basically swim in the water and not worry about drowning. If you don't have an item to wear, then either bring a few potions, or if you got a spell that does it, use that, because you are going to need it. And you'll see why as I go over this trial. So, coming on here, already you've got left or right. So, you know, if you go to the left, you know, this takes you to a dead end. That's right. There you go about that. There, okay, so you go to the right. Now you will find a few dead bodies floating around down the water. You know, so the first one. Ignore that LAN cable not connected if you can see it. It's just watching my internet's just gone off for a little bit. But as you can see, yeah, the first one wasn't so bad. So we'll come to the second one. Go down. And as you can see, I've actually come to a dead end. Not very much in it. It's just a chest. But as you see, there is a right path. So we're going to go to the right. Let's go. And you can see, it's very dark, it's hard to see. Oh, there's another dead dude there, and then out of the water you come. Alrighty then. Right, so we've got two more paths. Now, I think to get the unique item in this one, if I remember correctly, you need to go to the right. So go down, swim down. So this is why you might need the ability to be able to breathe underwater, because this one's quite far. There's another dead guy, and then you get to the end, and there's another dead guy, and you get to the end and you find this chest, and then inside this, you know, you get some little bits of loot, but what you're looking for is this one, Diamond of 1,000 Suns. So we're going to take that. So now we need to make our way out. This is why you need to be able to breathe on the water, because you have not just got to get down there in the first place, but you've also got to get back on one breath. It's not going to be exactly the easiest thing to do. But then you go to the left. Go for a little swim. Little swim. Little swim. Little swim. Again, it's quite far. Yep. And you come into this chamber where there's 3 different ways to go. If you go to the right, so if you look at the map, for example, you see there's 3 different ways to go. As you can see, the right hand side takes you to a dead end. There may be a treasure chest down there. Is it a treasure chest or it's just a dead end? Now, so that means you can eliminate that one. So then if you look at the map, it's a question then of, okay, is it this one or is it this one? What? Now, you don't want to go to the one that's ahead of you. You want to go to the one that's on the left. Go to the one that's on the left. Come down. Go for a little bit of swim. A little bit of swim. Bit more of a swim. Keep on swimming. So much swimming. And then there you go. you make it out. So yeah, this was a trial of endurance because we got to do a lot of holding your breath. So it's highly recommended that you either bring a spell that allows you to breathe underwater, potions that allow you to breathe underwater, or an enchanted item that allows you to breathe underwater. Otherwise you may not be able to make it. Or you might be able to make it to the end of the trial, but you may not be able to make it to the unique item back. But we're going to push on, and we are going to go into the Trial of Courage. Here we are in the final trial. Trial of Courage. Now you can see we've got some more stalkers, and some wraiths. Who want to eat my giblets? Ooh. Heavy hitting bastard, isn't he? I'm just going to shout him off the edge. See, that's an easy way to deal with him. You just go, hi. Oh, hi. Alright, you're dead. So I'm going to worry about you. I'm going to carry on. Let me go over here. Here, go. They all want to kill me. Why do they all want to kill me? Why is that guy floating there? No. Oh god, double hit. Race down. Oh, lots of fighting. Lots of fighting.
Only a fool tries to kill the dead.
Oh, lucky enough I'm good enough to kill the dead. And then right. So you lot down. On to the next platform. Oh, don't go running off the edge, god damn it. Yeah, I will say, don't go running off the edge because there's no way back up. If you fall off the edge, then you have to restart because there isn't a way back up. Stalkers. Right, stalkers down. Wraith is down. Who's talking to me? That was a bit stupid, you shouldn't be taunting me like that, I'm just going to kick your ass. Right, there we go, yep. Make sure you actually jump there, otherwise you fall off. If you fall off, you restart. Now we've got a whole bloody room full of, a whole bloody platform full of these bloody chattery bastards. They're all talk and no strength. You down and onto the final platform. We've got a bunch of wraiths. Ow. 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 Wraith 1 down. Ow. Wraith 2 down. And him down. Right. That's it for that. So this one's a bit more straightforward in its trial. but it does have the big bad boss at the end. Now, once again, I am going to save it, just in case, so I don't have to do that bit again. But hopefully be able to defeat the big bad boss at the end. Hopefully I don't get owned by the big bad boss. So let's go and fight the big bad boss. And there he is. You can see, okay, I can't see him anymore. But there he is, big bad boss, otherwise known as the melting one. So we got the melting one. Right, so we're gonna take on the melting one. Take him on. Take him on. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's see what he does. Come on. Come on. Come on. What you got it? What you got? Ooh. Fire. Anything else? You got anything else? Got more fire? You gonna come towards me? You gonna move? Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, play. How far does that thing reach? Oh, he's a bit stuck in his animation. It's like glitchy problem. Come on. Oh. Oh. I forgot he regenerates his health, doesn't he? Alright. Okay, enough of that. Let's take down the mountain one. What? Oh, he summoned up some dead people. Summoned up some dead people. Ow. Summoning in some more dead people. Take on. Alright. Oh, this guy is actually quite tough. He's quite a tough fight, this guy. Oh god, he disarmed me. Okay, Eidolon's touch. Yeah. It's not as good as my other one. Oh god, there you go, right, he's dead. Right, mountain one is down. Before I search him, I want to grab back my sword, thank you very much. And there you go. That is the big bad boss of this expansion. The melting one. Doesn't have a name, it's just referred to as the melting one. So on the melting one, you got plenty of dragon bones, we're going to take all of them. He's got 16 grand. We've also got a new spell, Reaver's Touch. Absorb 150 points of health per second. Damn. Absorb 100 points of magicka from the target. Absorb 100 points of magicka from the target. So you absorb a lot of magicka from these people. Then we're going to learn that. And then this is the fourth and final unique item. Singularity of the Sun. Now it does have a soul. It does have a soul in it. But again, don't go using it. Keep it. But that's it. So now we are going to go back to the Court of the Knights. Now you do end up back in the Oh, look at him! He's waiting. He wanted a belly rub. Oh, I gotta give him a belly rub. Belly rub. Belly rub. Belly rub. Oh, I'm inside you. I'm inside you, Mr. Dragon. Really wants a belly rub, belly rub, belly rub. Alright, that's enough belly rubbing. That's enough tickling the dragon. Alright, we are going to go back to the Court of Knights now, very quickly. And we are going to create Devastation. Alright. So, back in the forge. So we are now going to create Devastation. So you've got to go down again. You will find Devastation in the Dragon category. Now, lucky enough, if you haven't done much on smithing and haven't unlocked the ability to create dragon armors and dragon weapons and stuff like that, You don't need that perk to be able to access it. You can do it straight off, even if you're, because look at my smithing. My smithing is level 20, is at level 21. But I can still make devastation. So we're going to make devastation now. There we go. We now have devastation. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna keep the ring on. Now I kept those dragon bones because I can come to the grindstone here, go to devastation, and just make it just a little bit stronger. There you go. So, it's a little bit stronger. It requires 3 dragon bones to improve it 1 time. But now that I have devastation, that means now those unique items that you had for it are no longer available. They're no longer here. And, there's no singularity of the sun, no nothing. They are gone, and will never return in the save file, or at least this save file. Anyway, it'll never be back. So that's why you want to keep those items. Because if you lose them, or sell them, or use them for something else, potentially, more prominently sell them, then that's it. You ain't getting devastation. You ain't gonna get this beast off the fucking sword, as you will see in a second. The motherfucker is down and out. But we are now going to finally enter the Call of Souls. And we're just going to use devastation on all these fuckers. Come here. There we go, devastation on bloody... Oh, hello, get... Ooh, he takes it. Let's fucking destroy everything. Right. So we're going to search Git, because because he has this, which, yeah, this isn't a massively strong item, but it is an Executioner's Axe, which is not something you normally tend to get, or tend to find that often in the game. But, damage 98, burns the target for 75 points of damage, so, it's an alright axe. And then we're going to get his freaking key. Literally gets freaking key. So we got some more bandits to take out. So we got some more. We're gonna get some more usage of devastation. Boom. Screw you. Who else we got? Who else? Who else wants to be devastated by devastation? Oh, you do. Oh, I knew you did. Anybody else? You as well? Boom. Now, yeah, in the Court of Souls, there isn't anything directly unique. It's a good place to find a little bit of loot, get some items like some food items and stuff like that. So to get in here, you'll need Git's freaking key to get in here. You're dead. You're also dead. Yeah, you might come across some like dead people in the cages. You can't loot them, but then they wouldn't have anything on them anyway. And as you can see, there's some dead people in the cages up above you as well. Which originally, in the dark twist, they were actually going to be children hanging up there in the cages. But I thought that might be just a little bit too dark, so I decided to put just normal people up in there. I'm going to take all that stuff, so that. But yeah, in the dark twist, it was going to be children hanging up there. But I decided to change my mind on that, because I thought maybe having children dead in the cages might be a little bit too twisted. So I decided to change what was in the cages. But that's it for the Court of Souls. So yeah, there's nothing immensely unique in this one. But what this does lead you to is the smuggling tunnel. Which the smuggling tunnel is another way out of the place. It's just another way out. But it's almost like it's a final chance to get a bit of extra loot.
Right over.
I'm just going to continue to devastate everything. You charge through. And then you just use the smoking tunnel key to get out of there. And then you use the smoking tunnel key to get out from here. And then bosh. And then you get outside. And that is it. That is the dungeon done. So there's a lot of content in there. For a small file size, because I think this is only about something like 2.27 megabytes. It's not a big memory size. There was a lot of, it's a lot of stuff for you to find, a lot of loot. Got a lot of loot, got quite a fair few good items to get, some new spells to learn. You got a nice mixed bag. Challenging boss fights, I would say, as well. Anybody here? No? Oh. I should use devastation on somebody. But, oh well. You saw what devastation could bloody do. And then when you come out the exit for the smoking tunnel, you're just up here, so not too far away from where you actually started technically. So that is it. That is it for the Knights and the Claw Restitution. So I will be carrying on with the theme of these re-releases of previous dungeon mods. When the next one's going to be out, I don't know. It may take a little while, because the next one I am planning to do, if you are aware of my dungeon mods, the next one I'm planning to do is the Journey to Drakos. Now, if you've played those ones, you will realise that technically that one was actually in 5 parts. It was 5 individual parts. So, there's a lot of work it's going to have to go into it, in the ways of like little texture fixes, potential bug fixes, lighting fixes, this, that and stuff, as well as adding in new content, as well as also releasing it as, oh hi lady, also as releasing it as a whole complete saga rather than in individual pieces. It will be released as one whole thing. So it will be taking a while to get that, but I will be doing a trailer video on it to explain what's going to be added, what's going to be done, and this, that and the other, and give everyone a bit of a recap on the series as a whole. But when the trailer will probably be out in maybe the next week or so, next 2 weeks or something like that, roughly. But
my life. When you
but
get the spare moment, I could use
mod
some
itself will take a little while to come out. But I hope you download this. Well, if you're watching this after you downloaded, then I hope you enjoyed the mod. And if you're watching, if you're watching this before downloading the mod, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but some people prefer to just watch walkthroughs, I hope you enjoyed what you saw and actually makes you interested in having to go at it yourself, especially the trial of the fucking mind, because my god, that nearly broke my mind. But please remember to share this video as well, with either some of your friends or some people who who have downloaded this mod and maybe struggling a little bit with it, so then they might get a few pointers and find out where some hidden things are that maybe they didn't find. Please remember to like and subscribe for any other potential future Skyrim videos and any other videos that I do for the channel, which I do a mixture and a menagerie of things, or just like little bits of content splattered here and there. And so the next time I will see you in Skyrim, will be in Journey to Drakos reunion. So until then, I will see you all later. Sorry, I've got to utterly devastate this chicken one last time with devastation. KFC.